The diversity is not this elusive, weirded out, scary, strange word that society's made it out to be. Diversity, you all, does not demand, listen carefully, listen to me, y'all. It does not demand total agreement. It does not demand you to respond the same way that person would. It only demands understanding and respect. Dive into them. 6 things I want you to keep in mind when looking at diversity. And think about this, y'all. A university is a university because of diversity. Check that out. The only reason this place is a university is because there are different fields of study within different colleges on this campus. So, number 1, it opens up authentic vision, right? It opens up authentic vision. Diversity allows you to see things in a different way. It pulls you off of that lone survivor island when you're all by yourself in your own little perfect bubble. And it says, paddle out in the ocean just a little bit and see what the world has to offer. Okay. Number 2, it exposes the roots of your personal belief. Ooh, now it's heavy. You don't know what you really believe until you're faced with something outside of your comfort zone. But most people, not all, but most people would prefer to live in their own comfortable bubble than be challenged by something that's not in their norm. That's where hatred, you all, that's where racism and bigotry and sexism and all these other garbage isms out there, that's where that stuff is rooted from. It's rejection of diversity. I refuse to at least accept that a person can believe, act like, walk like, talk like, look like something other than what I want and what I perceive to be a good thing. And you don't have that right, truthfully. You're responsible for you. You're not responsible for the world. But the least you can do, again, is respect and honor the fact that somebody's a little bit different. Number 3, it gives volume to the marginalized. Diversity allows for other people of different walks of life to come into a place where they may or may not have been celebrated before, may or may not have been accepted before, and says, hey, you have a place here. And then I went to Duke for my master's. Fortunately, while I was on campus, we came in one morning and there was a noose hanging in the quad. A noose. And for many students, that was a warning sign that the times have not changed as much as we thought they have. And for me, that was simply a reminder that I have to stay here now. Because I believe opposition is an indication something valuable is being guarded. When things get tough, don't run away. Stay in it. Because on the other side of that wall is freedom. But if you run the other way, y'all, you'll never know. You'll never. All right? It promotes growth. Jim Rohn said this: you are the average of the 5 people you hang around the most. Who are you based on who you hang around? That's my question. But when you diversify the people around you, man, there's so much more that you can glean from them, that you're able to grow so much faster. But a seed cannot become a flower until it's first placed in the soil. Look, the seed determines the potential, the soil determines the growth. If the soil is toxic, the seed will not grow. My question is, how fast are you growing based on who you have around you? Right, number 5, it breaks the barriers of assimilation. Point in case, there's so many of us that don't want to be the person that we are currently because we feel like we have to conform to what everybody else wants us to be. Diversity just means there are different flowers in the garden, if you will. So it breaks down the barriers and says that I don't have to be like this. There's a space for me to be who I am, right? And last, before we really dive into this stuff, it connects people on multiple levels. If you would just open your eyes, you would understand that so with diversity, if you want to grow, you got to know. But you can't know unless there's more things around you than just what you believe. Does that make sense to y'all? Good. Let's keep rolling.